दोस्तों, वीडियो में आगे बढ़ने से पहले आपसे निवेदन है कि यदि आपने इस चैनल को सब्सक्राइब नहीं किया है तो सब्सक्राइब कर लें और इस वीडियो को अपने दोस्तों के साथ जरूर शेयर करें।
So, hi everyone. Today we have very special personality on our podcast on Let's Talk Show. He is none other than Shrenik Shah, and many people call him as a Shahenshah. Why Shahenshah? Because you will be going to learn about him. He has delivered more than 8,000 hours of wisdom talk in 5,000 talks, and he is a vocal cord cancer survivor from last 27 years. He featured in the iconic Times Square, and he's the keynote speaker, global influencer, and a coach, and the founder of the organization The Will to Win. And Mr. Shenisha also have a YouTube channel where he posts a lot of inspirational stuff. You can go there and watch all the wonderful videos. So first of all, sir, thank you so much for taking out time and most welcome on the Let's Talk Show.
Mr. Sharma, it is always a fascinating experience, opportunity, when speaking, be it online or be it in person or other offline session. So I'm super excited to to answer whatever questions you have, or well, I mean usually in for next 1 hour you will find 200% intelligence from my end. That is part best, I can guarantee.
Wonderful, sir. You are an inspiration, example for many people, sir. Those are fighting for their life. Those are fighting in the hospitals and the ICUs for breath by breath, for 6 seconds and the hours of the life, and for other people also. So we have a lot more things to learn from you. My first question, sir, is how do you see life now?
Wait, instead of saying something, let me show you a poster. Give me a minute.
Yeah. It's thrilling life ever after chaos, sir. Wonderful, sir. Wow. Super, sir. Yeah.
So I believe I have appropriately answered your question.
Yeah. And very nice message, sir, which you are really inspiring, through your all the activities and whatever you do. How do you, sir, share about the initial time, when you got the report that you are suffering with this, and how was the feeling of the family and for yourself? It's more about emotion.
Well, first of all, tell me, how do I call you? Do you want me to call you Mr. Sharma or
Pankaj.
what?
Call me
Okay,
Pankaj. Yes.
Pankaj. See, for me, it was 1000% blessing in disguise. Blessing in disguise. You know why? Before I was diagnosed with the stage 4 broken bone cancer, I was 100% family man, 100% businessman, and you'll be surprised. I was 100% introvert, 100% introvert. I was feeling shy speaking in public. I had limited friends and so on. But this one incident changed my life 360 degrees, or I would say 720 degrees, like anything. I mean, circle after circle. I mean, you can make as many circles as you want of 360, because Let me give you one more example. Suppose you invested in Infosys or TCS X amount, and then year after year you are getting bonuses. Forget about interim dividend, etc. But you are getting bonuses. Same with this story in my life, that year after year I'm getting one-to-one bonus, and this is my 27th year after stage 4 global board cancer. And you will be, I don't know what word I should use. You would be amazed, you would be shocked, whatever. But when I started speaking with this device in December 1997 in public, my voice was completely rejected. Yes, rejected. People were scared. People were running away. They were not willing to listen to me. And as I said few minutes back, that you can make as many as circle of 360 degree. I have delivered 8,000 hours of the talk with this voice. So that were, I'm always fascinated in mentioning that it's a really thrilling life even after cancer. Pankaj, it's all about your approach, all about your approach. Same. I mean, when a human is born, death is imperative by default. When where it hardly matters, but yes. So why to worry about the death while you are living the life? So stop worrying. Forget forget about what is going to happen in next 1 hour. Forget. I'm not saying about tomorrow. I'm saying
Mhm.
about today itself. So lead absolutely fearless life. Now coming to your particular question. Actually I was I was examined twice by India's two best ENT surgeon for a vocal cord cancer. I mean that was in early first half of 1997, but somehow they could not diagnose the vocal cord cancer, or the tumor was growing on my vocal cord. And well, meanwhile I had no habit of smoking, never. I mean, I'm non-alcoholic, strict vegetarian, and never tried any kind of tobacco, chewing, anything. So suspecting cancer was completely out of question. But then, happened is happened. And then my voice started changing from a normal one to hoarseness to whispering. And then, at the same time, I got, I had a severe problem with the breathing. I mean,
Mhm.
I had office on my fifth floor on the building. Trust me, from ground floor while going to fifth floor in elevator, I was sleeping while standing. I was sleeping while standing during that vertical drive from ground floor to fifth floor, because that was a leg of oxygen supply, leg of breathing issues, and so on. But yeah, I realized that something is going wrong. And yes, I started losing my voice, losing my weight as well. Say I would say by 15 kilos during that phase. And then one morning I started bleeding in my cup. I went to my physician, doctor. Um, I forgot. Yes, Dr. Sriprakash Trivedi, and he said, "We cannot wait. I wanted to go to cancer surgeon right away." And physician was my family friend, so it took me to here. It took a month. I went to cancer surgeon, Dr. Kalsum Patel. He is now HOD in SCG Cancer Care. But at that time, he was into private practice. A young man, I would say around 35, 37-year old, and he examined me and he said, Shanik bhai, you don't have much of the time. You don't have much of the time. I
Mhm.
said, sir, don't worry. Tell me the solution. He said, you have to undergo massive surgery. You will lose your voice for the lifetime, and then you can survive. And you know what, Pankaj, you asked about the emotion. You know what? In those days, my my one eldest son, Maulik, he was in Australia, Sydney, and the other son, Ankit, he was in 11th. So, I mean, I and my wife, Neelam, we went there to see the surgeon, and trust me, the moment he said that either life or voice, and we have collectively chosen life.
Mhm.
अगर जी गए तो आवाज काम आएगा या नहीं आएगा वो अलग बात है अगर जिएंगे नहीं तो आवाज है तो भी क्या नहीं है तो भी क्या it was as simple as that. So I would say in less than 10 seconds we had agreed for undergoing massive surgery. The first part of the surgery was done, that was biopsies and everything. In those days, the facility of liquid biopsy was not available. So the the slides were sent for analysis and everything. And a week later it came, and that was stage 4A. I was diagnosed with the stage 4A open bone cancer, and then like opening two side from window or two side of the doors, I was open from left and right. Organ boards were removed, and yes, I am having lifetime triggers for me as well.
Mhm.
And in some of my conversation, I do mention that for me, tracheostomy is like 8 lane for plus another more 8 lanes. So for highway, which is directly connected to the lung, and my nose is now simply $1 million ornament. It's of no use. You want to buy present or whatever or not.
Mhm.
So that is the beauty of the life, and so on. So as I said, it was a situational decision instead of emotional. And well, we went on from there. I stayed going straight away from going into public for 5 years, managed everything between my home and office. And then 5 years later, I was announced cancer free, and that's it. Yes, I was advised to undergo radiotherapy, which was the only place in JCRI and the I guess I underwent 30 or maybe 35 rounds of radiotherapy. Skin was completely black like a charcoal, but now everything disappeared, and I'm living in the moment.
Lovely. Uh, you do not know, sir, how inspiring you are, and how you will be going to inspire after let this podcast come out. Yeah, so many people and maybe their family members of the people those who are suffering with the cancer. When it comes to, let me share with you because I come from healthcare background. Well, how do you think, sir, the role of these healthcare people there, the nurses, the ground duty staff, maybe for the clinicians, in terms of improving the overall emotional state of a patient?
Look, I would like to categorize
Follow.
yeah. So continuing, so oncologists, as I said, they are doing their best, and your page summarized, Gaji. I am having one to one. I'm repeating. I am having one to one acquaintances with more than 500 oncologists globally. I can
Mhm.
communicate like I can communicate with you anytime. But of course, I do respect their engagement and everything. But that is so. That is, I mean, that is what I mentioned about oncology. But the individuals, nurses, and everyone, I would consider them, or rather, I would rate them 10 out of 10 because oncologists or doctors, they are always there, but they are altogether different kind of priorities. But nurses and everyone ground staff, everyone, I consider them as a superhuman, and you know why? Because they are not doctors, they are not MCH, they are not MBBS, they are not MD, but despite everything, they are putting on incredible efforts day and night, and that too with a smile. And I must say that that is the beauty of those individuals who are serving everywhere, be it India or be it outside India. I mean, I salute that dedication, timeless dedication. I mean, without that, even oncologists cannot do anything because, as I said, their priorities are different. So they are the backbone. Nurses, everyone, they are the backbone of every single patient and even caregivers as well. Even the entire healthcare sector will be incomplete without those wonderful human beings. I must say that.
Wonderful, sir. I always tell, all these nurses and the paramedical staff, even the ground duty staff, that patient comes to your step with having no hope, especially in the case of cancer. And if we can really help them in terms of some inspiration, or we can really help them to bring some hope in the life that it's possible, you can win over the cancer. We are here to help you out. Their mindset will change, and this will really help them immensely to combat against the disease which they are going through. So my next question, what mindset is really required to combat cancer or for any disease for all the patients, those who are there in the hospitals and fighting for their each and every breath?
Sure. Thank you, Pankaj. Nobody, and I mean, unfortunately, there is no option available. But nobody would like to order cancer online on Amazon. कि चलो आज order कर देते हैं, let's give it try. It comes on its own. So uh, and here again, as I mentioned some 10-15 minutes back, when human is born, the death is always there, imperatives. Some might live long, some may not. And not necessarily everybody is having a cancer. But important is, and as I said, you are not inviting cancer. It comes on its own for various reasons. And I'm not everyone not to go into detail like why, but when it comes, I would say accept the challenge, accept the adversity. Agar, I mean, during your lifetime, if you fall down, I mean, that was unexpected. I mean, you might be having a fever, typhoid, whatever. These are some of the stuffs which are not within your hands. Same in the case with the cancer. So important is early diagnosis, timely treatment, and finishing the treatment by default. And I must add one point here that as a patient or as a caregiver, if you are not medically qualified, don't browse any details on any browser about cancer treatment because the treatment protocols are 1000% different from person to person. And
Yeah.
here again, if you are not qualified, don't become self doctor because that means you are driving your car in a red light area and you are going to meet with an accident by default. Nobody can save you there.
Mhm.
So, this is, and let me add you one thing. Let me add one point here. I know that I knew that I was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, but trust me, I have been using internet and reading for last more than 20 years, but I have never browsed anything about my treatment, about the cancer, about treatment protocols, ever on any type of browser. I simply rely on oncologists and my medical professional. That's it. अरे वो लोग इतना पढ़े हैं, इतना एक्सपीरियंस है, हमको क्यों अपना दिमाग चाटने की जरूरत है, क्यों करने की? Don't do that. We have hundred other things to do. Don't waste your time.
This is very much important, especially the places like Bangalore. Here, it's a silicon city of a country, India, and people are super intelligent here. Not only the patient, their caretakers, their family members, they search a lot on the all the treatments and everything, and they question 100 times, 1,000 times with the doctor and the clinicians, which is really taking a lot of time in terms of the doctors also to make them explain.
Say, so one of the major issue here is confusion because doctor said something, but because you have pronounced something, then you by yourself getting confused whether I should do it or whether I should not do it. अरे पापा क्यों ऐसा कर दो डॉक्टर है डॉक्टर को उसका काम कर देना why are you
Right.
breaking your own head? Don't do that. I mean, in one single word, I would say it is definitely stupidity if you're doing such things if you're not medically qualified. This is as simple as that.
Very nice, sir. Uh, uh, Kindly share, sir, Shrenik Shah, before cancer and after the winning over the cancer.
Well, uh, so let me tell you about my life 10. I have traveled abroad more than 200 times, been to 37 countries, and at least during that span of 10, 11 years when I was traveling from 86 till 97, at least twice a year, I was boarding 7 times in a flight right from Ahmedabad to various destinations in Europe within 30 hours. So, my clients were knowing me as a speed because Kamua, that was the case. And and trust me, my exposure in international business as a marketer helped me enormously to deliver wisdom and becoming more talkative and communicating easily with the people, particularly with the unknown faces.
दोस्तों आपसे निवेदन है कि चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और इस वीडियो को जितने लोगों के साथ हो सकता है जरूर जरूर शेयर कीजिए। आप सभी को दीपावली की अनेक अनेक शुभकामनाएं।